Welcome back to Retirement Today. I'm your co-host Jonathan Berkland. With me in the studio, Mr. Michael Reese. Thank you so much for joining us here. If you haven't listened to the first part of the show, we've been talking a lot about how some people out there in retirement, or a lot of people out there who are retired, aren't up to the same standard of living that they had in their working years, right? This article that we're talking about is saying, hey, you need 70% or more, hopefully, ideally, to have that standard of living that you need to feel confident and really enjoy your retirement years. And we found out that only 25% of Americans are at that level. So what can you do if you're in that 75% group to maybe change your situation? Maybe you're still working, saving, maybe you're already in retirement, you need a little bit of help. We're here to provide some answers and solutions to you. And Mike, I know you had us on the edge of our seat there before we came back.
Here you go. So, and again, I'm going to talk about an opportunity for a lot of you that you might not even know exists.
Yeah.
Right? It's really kind of cool. Before I do that, though, real quickly, I just want to recap. You gave a good recap. This article came out, and it's a study by Goldman Sachs.
Right.
And they're saying, hey, the standard retirement income, like the benchmark that you want to set is you want to have at least 70% of your pre-retirement income as your benchmark. So if you're making $10,000 a month while you're working, when you retire, you want to be earning at least $7,000 a month, and I would argue higher.
Right.
The study by Goldman Sachs, 1,566 families, they learned that only 25% of people exceed that benchmark. 75% do not. This is a retirement crisis. And they also learned that not only are people saying we're not saving enough money for retirement, Gen Xers, I think, were ones that were hurting the most.
Right. And they're kind of up next, right after the baby boomers.
Right.
Boomers
they're kind of coming down the pipe. Yeah, they're coming. Yeah. For a lot of Gen Xers, let's be honest. If their parents, there's supposed to be this great transference of wealth as people pass on.
Right.
If they're not getting inheritances, they might be in trouble.
Right, and people are living longer, so that it may be
who
delayed,
knows?
right?
Yeah, who knows when that's going to happen? Yeah. And they're paying for health care longer, so there goes your inheritance to
unfortunately,
the medical community. In any event, so there's a big article about that, about we've got this huge problem. People do not have enough money in retirement. And one of the opportunities that you might have is this. We have an article here. We talked about it a couple weeks ago from J.P. Morgan. J.P. Morgan, private client, I think it was, or maybe it was Chase Morgan. Anyway,
that
some
family of companies,
big monster company, some private client group. They were talking about how, there's this thing called the 4% rule. And the idea is that when you retire, you take your portfolio, and you set up a balanced portfolio and you just withdraw 4% a year, right? That's what that says. Now, this article from Chase or JP Morgan? You actually have it there, Jonathan. Do you see at the top who that's from?
I don't here.
Here, let me see it. I know it's up here somewhere.
I'm looking at the green highlights and getting distracted.
Yeah, there you go. It's JP Morgan Private Bank. That's who it is.
Oh, Private Bank. There we go.
Anyway. They said even multimillionaires run out of money. Like and they used an example. Let's say you retire at the age of 60 with $30 million.
Yeah, yes.
And you follow the 4% rule. They say, congratulations, you're going to run out of money 78% of the time. Now, we had a little fun on that show because I said, gosh, if I had $30 million, I could probably figure a way not to run out of money.
Right, I think, yeah.
But they said if you follow the 4% rule, you're out of money 78% of the time you run out of money. And I'm thinking, man, well, why do you run out of money? Because you know what? They don't like annuities. They're just saying, hey, you're not going to use annuities. You're just going to sit there and build a balanced portfolio and pray and hope the market cooperates.
Weather the storm, exactly.
Here's the opportunity. The interest rates have risen.
Yeah.
And we are now at a stage where if you use a combination of annuities with market investments, you do it the right way. So you don't do one or the other. You do a blend. You can have 5% income pretty much guaranteed for your lifetime. How would that feel? How would it be? So it's like, hey, JP Morgan says you can't take 4.
Right.
In fact, in that article, they actually said really 2 or 3% is what you should take.
Yep.
Morningstar does analysis on this, and they are also right around 3%. Most every big company says, if you're counting on the markets and that's all you're using, 3% is about what you can get. On $1 million, that's 30 grand a year, right? Meanwhile, in our office every day, if you set up your accounts the right way and you use a combination of market investments and annuities, instead of getting $30,000 a year for your lifetime on $1 million, you can get $50,000 a year on $1 million for your lifetime.
What's the difference?
Do you think that extra $20,000 helps get someone closer to that 70% threshold?
Oh, man, that's a huge difference.
Oh my gosh, it's amazing. And here's the problem. So why doesn't JP Morgan Private Client Bank talk about that? Because why? They don't make any money.
That's right.
On annuities. If you were to move some of your money into annuities, suddenly it's like, oh my gosh, this is horrible. We can't have that. It may be for the best. It may be best for the client, but it's not best for us. So we can't do that.
That's right.
Right? It's just ridiculous. It's like, So I'm thinking, by the way, as I think about that, you know, my brain goes, if you listen to the show, you know that for whatever reason, I have this pet peeve about cart people at HEB.
Yeah. Yes.
Right?
The attitude. Yeah.
Yeah. And so here's some cart etiquette for all of you listening.
There's a new segment here.
The other day, it applies to this. The other day, I pulled into HEB I don't remember, I'd picked something up for my wife.
Sure.
And I saw two examples of cart etiquette. One was really good, one was really bad.
Oh.
So here's a good one. As I was walking in, I noticed that the person right in front of me, somebody had left a cart just laying around somewhere. They didn't return it to the cart corral. They didn't return it anywhere. They just left it in the parking lot.
Yeah.
This person grabbed that cart, and they were in front of me because I was going to grab it, but they just got to it first. And they actually pushed it in, and then they just kept going. They shopped with that cart. They said, hey, some idiot left a cart in the parking lot randomly. I'll just grab it. I'll use it inside. That's an example of good cart etiquette.
Yes.
Right? I give 2 thumbs up and a gold star
Bravo.
to whoever that is.
Yeah.
Now, on my way out of HEB, I happen to see the opposite of bad cart etiquette. And this is the thing that drives me crazy. This person, I watched them as I was walking out. They had finished loading up their minivan. They closed the minivan. And then there was a cart corral literally 3 cars away. Like you had 1 car, 2 cars, cart corral.
Right there.
Right there. What did they do? Did they return it? No, those losers pushed the cart to the front of their car, right? And then just backed out and left. And I swear to God, if I had a paint gun on me at that moment, I would have shot him with a paint gun. I would have shot the car. I would have here, you need to be marked like the scarlet letter. Like, you are a bad person. Bad person. You can't walk 2 cars over to return your cart. You know what? What the heck is wrong with you? And they weren't handicapped. If they're handicapped, I'd be okay with it. But they weren't. Just a normal person being a complete douchebag. So, that's what's going on here with JP Morgan Private Client. They don't want to do what's right for the client. What's right for the cart etiquette? You return your cart. What's right for the client? You help them do a combination of annuities and manage money retirement. People, the advisor you talk to is so important, because the advisor you talk to, if they work for one of these big companies, they are probably handcuffed. They're probably limited on what they can do for you. They are probably unable to move a shopping cart 3 cars over. They might be able to move it 1 car over, but not 3.
That's right.
When good people make smart financial choices, they can live a great retirement. Mm-hmm. And we want to help you do that. That's why we put together a personalized Retire Right report. It is free, no obligation, provided you saved at least $500,000 for retirement and you're one of the first 10 callers. Now, we're coming up to the end of the show. I think we probably only have a couple spots left. Now's your time. Do not miss out on this opportunity, because what this report does is it helps create a baseline for you. It helps you understand where are you with your planning now. Has to do with income planning, tax planning. Haven't talked a lot about that tonight, but Benny the tax monster, he's ugly. Let's keep money away from him. It might have to do with your healthcare planning. Whatever it is, let's help you retire right so that you can retire well. Jonathan, all they got to do is call the number.
Yep.
What's the number?
It's really easy. 512-886-5850. Again, the number 512-886-5850. It's after hours, so you'll get our answering service, but just leave your name, number, set up a time to have a conversation. We'll have a chat, figure out how we can be helpful to you, and get that Retire Right report in your hands.
Yeah, and it's personalized for you.
That's right. That's
the key. And here's the deal. We want you to be part of the 25% of retirees who, when you wake up in the morning, you're not having to worry about your money. Your sole focus is, what can you do today to be happy? Let's help us. We will help you either get there or get as close to there as possible. So again, 512-886-5850. Give us a call. And Jonathan, I think that's our show, right?
That's it.
All right. We'll catch you all next week.